let's talk about another stalemate here on The Explainer tonight. The lecturers' strike continuing to bite, with the government failing to provide proof of availability of some 4.3 billion shillings that was meant for the Don's salary increment. The Interpublic University Council Consultative Forum's chairperson, Fred Simiyu Baraza, was taken to task by the National Assembly over commitment of the National Treasury to avail the money as part of efforts to resolve the strike that is now in its third week. Brenda Wanga reports.
From the onset, it was clear that it was going to be a tough session for the vice-chancellors of public universities as the members of the Education Committee of the National Assembly took them to task over their commitment to resolve the ongoing lecturer strike.
Just that one document, wherever pages they are, they could be 100 pages, they could be 1 page. Can they just cite out that document in all the 7 he has said he has presented 7 documents, so that we can move? Just that one with 4.3.
The Interpublic University Council Consultative Forum, IPUCCF, had been asked last week to provide proof that the government was ready to avail the 4.3 billion shillings to effect the lecturer's salary increment. But as was the case last week, this was not forthcoming.
It is at the Interministerial Committee that the 4.3 billion was communicated by the government in that Interministerial Committee. So
Chair,
from there,
point of order, Chair.
Chair, 4.3 billion is not pocket change. And it must be communicated in writing. And you should have been tabling a letter from Treasury saying that this is the communication. They can only give us 4.3, but it can't be 4.3 that is verbal.
As much as you raise your documents, I really need a commitment, a document showing government's commitment. The issue of dating, it shall be discussed later on in our discussion. But I need a letter that indicates that the government has a commitment to pay 4.3 billion.
We value education in this country.
The vice-chancellors once again failed to produce that all-important letter, leading to the cancellation of the meeting.
And we are happy that the parliamentary committee was able to see the lie from IPUCCF. They have been talking about 4.3 billion, and in our return to work formula, there is nowhere 4.3 billion is mentioned. So they were put to task to show us where this 4.3 billion originated from.
The union insists that members will not be stepping into lecture halls until their dues are paid.
If they have 4.3 billion, walete tukule as they look for money, the balance.
The University of Nairobi's acting Vice-Chancellor, Professor Margaret Jesang Hutchinson, has instructed all lecturers at the institute to return to work immediately.
In light of the course directive, I hereby direct deans of faculties and chairs of departments to conduct roll calls on a daily basis and submit the data to the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic Affairs with a copy to the Vice-Chancellor. Any faculty member found not honoring their employment obligations will face action in accordance with the law and their signed employment contract.
The lecturers are striking over the government's refusal to honor a return-to-work formula negotiated with UWASU in September 26, 2024. They had been promised a salary increment of between 7% and 10% as part of the 2021-2025 collective bargaining agreement, but the government has only signed for 4.5%, which has not been disbursed. Brenda Wanga, Citizen TV.